I just can't stop myself from buying books. I can't say that I'm really ashamed of myself, though. Really.
Hi, booktubers. Well, this is our favorite thing to do, right? Book hauls. I'm going to have, a few. I'm only going to do one tonight because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books to show. So trying to keep these down a little bit. And so let's get started. First book I got, the Physics book of Deliverance Dame. And this is by Catherine Howe. And I'll tell you that Krista, she beat me to it. She just showed this book on a book haul she had. I believe it was like yesterday or the day before yesterday. I think she got it maybe at Borders. I don't remember now. But so it was just pretty funny that we both bought it right about the same time. But this is a really beautiful book. As you can see, I love the cover. It's a paper kind of cover, but it's just really pretty. The book itself is I think very nicely done also. It has kind of a semi-deckled edge there, as you can see. But the book, you probably can't really see in here, but there's spots on it. So it sort of looks like a parchment paper a little bit. I gotta put my glasses on here. And there's the side, which is gold. Very nice. I like the interior. The end papers have like letters on it. And then throughout there's little, I guess not really illustrations, but there's what the chapter looks like. It has slight illustrations, and some of them, like there's what they call an interlude, a few little illustrations. So it just looks really nice, and that's the back and papers. So the Physics book of Deliverance Dame. I don't know if I should read this or not. I can't remember if Krista did. It's about the Salem witch trials, and yeah, if you want me, I'll read it to you if you want, but I'm sure that people probably have hauled this. This is a 2009 book, so it certainly isn't a brand new one. But you can always check it out on Amazon too. Here's another little book that I got. And this was suggested, I believe, from Devour Book Reviews. Richard had this book, and I really love the cover. I guess I didn't realize it was really such a small book. But it's kind of a paperback size, maybe even just a little bit smaller. But this is like a middle grade story. This one I bought used, of course, and it was published in 1989. And I think it came out on several different covers, and I liked this cover. I just thought it was really neat. So he showed it, and I liked it, so I went ahead and got it. Next one is another middle grade book that Devour Book Reviews showed recently, The Crowfield Curse by Pat Walsh. Very, very, very cool cover. Nicely done. The book itself isn't really anything all that exciting, other than I like the blue, and it has a crow embossed there on the front. So that's kind of cool. The inside has gorgeous red papers. Of course, I buy hardcovers, right? You guys all know that. I buy the hardcover. Although I did buy a soft cover today because I liked the soft cover better than the hardback. I very rarely do that, but this time I did. But you'll see that in another book haul. But these are the chapters. Look at that really neat artwork there for this book. It's like the middle grade people just know how to do things. I tell you, they do a wonderful job with illustrations, and I don't understand why they think adults don't want them, because I think they just add to a book. That's why I like my collectibles so much, because many times they are illustrated. So I'm going to go ahead and just read the synopsis for this. If the deepest secret has been spoken, sent into the forest to gather firewood for the medieval abbey where he's an apprentice, Will hears a cry for help and comes upon a creature no bigger than a cat. Trapped and wounded, it's a hobgoblin who confesses a horrible secret. Something is buried deep in the snow just beyond the graveyard, a mythical being doomed by an ancient curse. What does this mystery have to do with the cryptic brotherhood of monks Will serves? What does it have to do with the boy himself? When two cloaked figures darken the church's doorway and start demanding answers, Will is drawn into a dangerous world of old magic. Can the deadliest curse be broken? Third book, The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. I now have all three of her books. The House at Riverton, her latest one, which is called Distant Hours. And I think this is the second one. Look at that cover. Absolutely beautiful. They did a nice job. There again, I tell you that some of these publishers are doing really, really good work. I love the creamy color of the hardback, and I like the side of it too. This has decorative end papers also. Let's see if the back does. Yep, the back I believe has the same thing. Let's see if there's any embellishments. I haven't really even looked at this book yet. And there's a few, just kind of the typical little embellishments at the chapter thing. So, but that's about it on that. A tiny girl is abandoned on a ship headed for Australia in 1913. She arrives completely alone with nothing but a small suitcase containing a few clothes and a single book, a beautiful volume of fairy tales. She is taken in by the dockmaster and his wife and raised as their own. On her 21st birthday, they tell her the truth, and with her sense of self shattered, and with very little to go on, Nell sets out on a journey to England to try to trace her story, to find her real identity. Her quest leads her to Blackhurst Manor on the Cornish coast, and the secrets of the doomed Monttrachet family. But it is not until her granddaughter Cassandra takes up the search after Nell's death that all the pieces of the puzzle are assembled. At Cliff Cottage on the grounds of Blackhurst Manor, Cassandra discovers the forgotten garden of the book's title and is able to unlock the secrets of the beautiful book of fairy tales. So, and it goes on. So, The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. This is David Baldacci. Normally he writes kind of thriller type books, and he has written a few, I guess you'd call them dramas, for the lack of a better word. And this book does not have a dust jacket, but the hardcover has like the jacket. It's imprinted. It's in there. So I'm not sure what they call that exactly, that type of book. So I do not know if it has a synopsis on it or not. I do not believe it does. But I wanted to try this because I've heard that that it was very good. So, David Baldacci, wish you well. Okay, collectibles. I wanted to get The Woman in White. So I went ahead and ordered, this is a 1964 version of the Heritage Press. The Heritage Press is a forerunner of my leather-bound books by the Easton Press. And you'll see that one in a minute. And they were published by the Macy Company, the ones, the stores. And they were a monthly subscription. And they went on for many, many, many years. And let's see, there's the actual cover of the book itself. Yeah, I love that right there. That is so cool. And I don't know if this is illustrated or not. I haven't really even... It is a little bit. The first one is rather spooky. I think that's a really spook. Now, maybe it's supposed to be, because I believe it is a ghost story. I actually do not know what this is about. I only know that it's very, very good. It's by Wilkie Collins, and so yeah, you can see right there it says the Heritage Press in New York. And let's see, 1964 by the George Macy Companies. And I believe there are other illustrations, full-page illustrations throughout the book. And I have a few of these Heritage Press books. I'm collecting the Charles Dickens in these Heritage Press books. So someday you'll get to see those if I ever get my bookshelf tours. So yeah, it's a very large book too, as you can see. Very nice. In my Library of America subscription, I got their new books. Their books look all the same. They're different colors, but they have all exactly the same format, cloth bound. This one is Steinbeck. John Steinbeck, Travels with Charlie and Later Novels, 1947 to 1962. So they're kind of like, I guess you could call it a bind-up, or I like to call them anthologies or omnibus. The Wayward Bus, Burning Bright, Sweet Thursday, The Winter of Our Discontent, Travels with Charlie, In Search of America. So those are the different novels that are in this book. There is the font. It's really not too bad. Very easy on the eyes, and they do have the ribbon marker. Okay, so on to the Easton Press. This is part of the Greatest 100 series. This is the Divine Comedy. I'm almost done with the 100 series, and almost all of them, because I've been collecting them since 2003. So it has the trademark gold gilding, and I have not opened this yet, so here we go. Yep, there's the back. So this has really cool, they don't usually have this color end papers. This is silk. They call it moire silk. And I love that color, that creamy beige color. Obviously, as you saw, it's the Divine Comedy. And here is the opening pages with an illustration. This one's translated into English verse by Melville. I would imagine that's the same Melville who wrote Moby Dick. Let's see if there's anything else. Here is, obviously, it is like an epic poem type thing. The Divine Comedy is. It has 3 sections in it. And that's kind of the way the print looks. There is the, let's see, the Inferno, Purgatorio, and the Paradiso, which is, of course, heaven. So, trying to see if we had too many more. Yep, there's another illustration there. You can kind of see that. So I'll show you one more, and then we're done with this haul for at least this video anyway. Trying to see if there's anything, and here's one. So anyway, that's in the Paradiso. But I've always wanted to read this. I have not read it yet. So now I'll have the opportunity now. I think I have another version of this book. It's much smaller, but this is just beautiful. So I'll probably read that one when I come to it. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Bye.